Guys, so check out my place. I just switched rooms. I'm here in Tulum, and Martin, the owner, who's an amazing cat, got me this amazing room, and I just want to share it with you. I don't usually share, my room, but in this case, I thought, wow, this is really special, and I want to share this room. So he gave me this. Check this out. Make my room, laundry, do not disturb, card. Oh, look at that nice little welcome letter. Nice jungle view. Beautifully appointed. Here's the living room, dining room, kitchen. One of the bathrooms. Beautiful kitchen. Nice fridge. Don't have anything in it yet. This is my room. Amazing bathroom. What do you call this? A waterfall shower. Nice toilet. Here we have a safe. And look at the light here. It's just so gorgeous. This is a second bedroom. My son's in there at the moment. Hello. And here we have the pièce de la résistance. The rooftop. Look at that. Beautiful jungle view. And a pool, a hot tub. Isn't it amazing? So Martin, my friend, the owner, he runs this hotel. He owns it. It's called the Irie Boutique Hotel Tulum. And if you come down to Tulum, I would seriously recommend getting a room here. It's very peaceful, beautifully set in the jungle. You're just between the pueblo and the beach being somewhere over there, and the pueblo being somewhere up there. And it's in this new area they're just developing. As you can see, they're building these condos and whatnot, but just a super gorgeous piece of architecture. Just a real first class space here. So there you have it. This is my space for a couple of nights, courtesy of Martin. And I'll see what else I'll be doing in Tulum. But for now, I'm going to rest. I'm still recovering from some food poisoning I got in Valladolid. I ate at some vegan restaurant there and had some, I think it was like some falafel that was undercooked, and it just didn't sit well with me. And I was really sick that night. And the next day. And now I'm on day 3. I can function, but by mid-afternoon or so, I get, if I eat anything in the morning, by mid-afternoon, I start getting a bit of a stomach ache, some bloating. So I'm still trying to get over it. But that's how it is when you travel. You gotta take your lumps. I'm not complaining, but it does slow me down. I had a few activities that I wanted to do, and I never got to do them. I was, basically in bed for a whole day, just resting, just no energy. Today I went up to Koba to see the ruins and one of the cenotes near there. I did manage to visit Ekbalam and Chichen Itza before getting food poisoning, so that was good. But there was a few places I definitely wanted to visit and I just couldn't. So anyways, I'm here for a few days, and Tulum is basically more or less the same. If you come down to this part of Mexico, if you've never been here before, if you've never been to Tulum, I've done some videos on Tulum. I've been here like 3 times. During the pandemic, I was here. I was also in Playa, and I was comparing the two, Playa del Carmen and Tulum. And Tulum's a great place, but there are certain catches you need to observe. It isn't cheap, and the beach area is very separate from the Pueblo area or the town area. There's about 4 miles between them, with not a lot in between. So if you want to get to the beach, you'll have to take a cab, rent a bike, rent a car. You used to be able to take a colectivo, and I think a colectivo would take you down there, but collectivos, last time I took a colectivo down to the beach, they wouldn't pick me up to go back. They have some kind of deal where they don't pick up tourists. So a lot of people hitchhike. So I've been noticing a lot of people hitchhiking back to town. I've been noticing people hitchhiking down to the beach. So it's just something to keep in mind. And the beach is not, it's not like Playa del Carmen. It's pretty much walled off by hotels and beach clubs. So if you want to experience the beach, you really need to be part of the beach club, or you have to at least go there and patronize the restaurant. The other thing is you can't park down there. If you have a scooter, you can kind of get away with it. But if you have a car, you either have to patronize a restaurant that will allow you to park for free, or you have to find a parking spot. And last time I had to find a parking spot, I paid 300 pesos for the day, which is, not cheap. So these are things to keep in mind. Um, Also, a lot of the reasons people come down here is the lifestyle, the night clubbing, the vibe, the people that hang out here and so forth. The Tuluminati, or so they're called. Um, I've been noticing a lot of the YouTubers who do travel videos. Some of my favorites, they don't come here anymore. They did like maybe 2 years ago, and then they were quickly discouraged because of how difficult it was, um, expensive basically, to be here, compared to anywhere else in Mexico. Um, so, I mean, yeah, just keep that in mind. I think it's a great place for a romantic vacation, honeymoon maybe. But again, you have to remember, even though it is Mexico, you will be paying international top level prices for hotels here, especially if you're planning to stay by the beach, and especially if you're planning to eat in the restaurants down there that are high end. You will be paying top dollar. So just keep that in mind. Otherwise, it's a fantastic place. I mean, it's beautiful. The sun, the light, the weather, everything about it's amazing. The beach. I find the beach kind of windy. I've only been in the sea there 2 or 3 times maybe. I've never felt like I wanted to jump in. I do notice people like sunbathing by the beach, but I don't see many people like actually going into it. There's also a lot of seaweed, which gets cleaned up. But the problem is the resorts that are open and functioning clean their seaweed in front of them, but the resorts next to them that aren't functioning or are closed, they don't. So you might be having 40, 100 feet of beach that is clear, and then, just to the left, you see a huge pile of seaweed sitting there, and it does kind of smell. And it doesn't look pretty. So that is one disadvantage, a bit of an eyesore. But again, the sea to me here, it's nice, but it's rough and it's windy all the time. If you're into beach, I would either go to a place, personally, one of my favorites for beach is Islas Mujeres, which is off the coast of Cancun, a small little island, about 20 or 30 minutes by ferry. And the beach there is out of this world. It's beautiful. It's very quiet, languid, wide. The sand is white. The water is crystal blue. I mean, it's perfect for kids because it's not very deep. You can walk out for 50 feet and it's still up to your waist. So it's very comfortable, very safe. So families, it's a favorite spot for families because of that. And even me, I stayed there for a week. I didn't expect to be there for a week actually, but after arriving there and seeing just how nice it was, I decided to hang out longer, and I'm glad I did. I rented a motorbike and basically rode around the island. It's not a very big island, but there's 2 points. There's Playa Norte, which is where most people stay in the calm beachside area, and there's I think it's called Punta Sur or South Point, and that's where the sea gets really rough. That's where the sea comes in, and it's really rough, really windy all the time. You go to visit because it's nice to walk around and explore, and there is a very tiny archaeological ruin temple there, very, very tiny. It's like super tiny. It's insignificant, but they still charge you like, I don't know, 50 pesos or something to go see it. But the point of it is to go see the sea and how rough it is, and just a gorgeous, very rugged. You would never step in the sea there. Just no, not even dip your feet. It's rough, but it's a nice place to go and walk around, have lunch, and then come back to Playa Norte. And yeah, and it's got everything. It's got supermarkets, it's got a chedraui, it's got nice restaurants. It's got everything. That's where I would go, I think, if I was really into beach. Playa del Carmen's got a nice beach, but it's usually, again, it's rough and it's mostly seaweed, and it's usually really crowded. You kind of have to go out of the main centers and find like a good beach. Anyways, I'm going to sign off and have some rest. And let's catch up later. Ciao for now. Please leave a comment, suggestions, ideas. I really want to know what you think, and maybe if you have ideas for videos and so forth, let me know. I'd like to get back into it. I'm pretty out of shape right now, but I do want to get back into travel videos, and I really appreciate your support. Every little bit helps at this point. So thank you very much again, and see you soon.